Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Kindly Dive podcast, where we open up muddy conversations that people often think about but are not necessarily talking about. So yes, we are here to talk about them. I'm Oinala Lawa, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing a peculiar matter, the delay culture. Have you ever heard words like, good things come to those who wait? Maybe, maybe not. But in unleashing this topic and this matter, I'm happy to meet today a very special guest. And her name's Shiba, and I was just hearing what Lisa said to us. So here to Lisa. Hi Shiba.
Hi, Benoa. Thanks for having me. My name is Shiba Ona. I'm so glad to be here.
It's a privilege to have you here. Thanks for calling. Anyway, let's play a game. So I have two options. You pick one. We'll just do that very quickly. So yes, you repair your cracked iPhone 16 screen or buy a brand new iPhone 14.
I'll buy a brand new Google Pixel.
Alright, pay for Netflix every month or just borrow a friend's password forever.
Pay for Netflix. I'm a big girl. What should I pay for?
Save study for a June vacation or take a loan for a discounted trip now.
June vacation. Low. Discounted trip. Nothing. I'll take a loan.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Okay, interesting. Borrow money to attend a once in a lifetime concert or maybe movie or watch it later on YouTube for free.
Movie.
And a concert movie depends on your choice.
It's not that serious. I'll watch later on YouTube. It's not that deep.
Alright, so the last one. Buy a fully furnished house or build your own house.
It's bad. How that stress her life? If you have the money, you buy the fully furnished.
Master that reading that Zibo is more and less assume when you have to pay like for anything new. But if you are building yourself, secure that price.
I'm a queen. Queen energy. If I can afford it, I'll buy it. Fully furnished.
Alright, thank you for answering. Alright, yes, let's get right to it. So in crafting this particular matter, we got a number of scenarios. I mean, some of them real life experiences for people, and that's what we're using to like discuss today to see if delay is the best approach or we wait, right? Because yes, where we say good things come to those who wait, they still end up saying that. I'm trying to play a particular quote that match this situation, but in Nigeria's situation now, it's likely not the case. But yes, that's what we'll be discussing. So, for example, this particular person that's been saving and saving most of the months, day on day, any amount that comes in, one ways to save. Fantastic saving culture, right? And basically, I've been saving to buy a car, and basically, I'm taking for 3 years just to put things in perspective. But then, this person has a friend that's they must save for the car. The person found an opportunity to make use of an auto loan to buy a car, and then now it's getting as person bought the car already and has even started the right dealers. Now there's this quote that people often say, and there's quite some truth in it. But I just want to ask you how true that is. And quote is this: they say good things come to those who wait. So in this situation, how true is this?
Good. In this scenario, and even the context of Nigeria we live in today, good things don't come to those who wait to. Because, but yeah, saving is great. It's great to save. It's great to be financially disciplined, right? But you also have to be realistic. And then you also have to know things that are within and without your personal control. Now, you've been saving for a car. Let me give an instance. In Nigerian used, not very used though, Nigerian used 2006 Toyota Corolla. As at March last year, my friend bought one for 3.5 million. That was over his deal. Guess how much that sold for today? Averagely 5.5 million.
It's lovely. That's almost double the price.
Oh, so this price, some people sell for as high as 6.8 million. So imagine if my friend had not gotten it last year and then he had said, oh, you know what, I want to save some more. By today, he'll still be trying to save for a car that he'll probably not be able to afford in another 2 to 5 years. Right? And now somebody else has taken some money, has procured that car in a time, is now even using it as an alternate source of income by using it to ride wheeling and, all of that, which is like a very smart financial decision, right? So, like Yorubas will say, in the Yoruba movies, will say, Ija farale, delay is what is dangerous. So please, the person who went ahead to buy the car made a smarter decision.
Even though when you talk about interest rates on loans, I mean, if you add this money together, is it still like the wise?
So it's not one size fits all, right? I think one thing that is important when you have to take a loan to finance a goal is to weigh the risk versus the advantages. So what do I stand to gain from this? What do I stand to lose if I take this decision? So for someone who took a loan and if the interest rate was quite friendly, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Especially since the person is using the car for a business. But if you were just say you already had a car and then you wanted to upgrade your car and you had something functional, but you wanted something that was just more of a lifestyle upgrade, and then you're taking a loan that is pretty expensive to do that, that wouldn't exactly be a wise decision.
Sure. Okay, so this saying that they say patient dog is the fattest bone. Now I said patient dog will go hungry.
Hungry or patient dog has bones.
Oh my god! All right, that's very timely. Weigh your options and weighing the risk as they pertain to your situation. Yes. Okay. Yes. So now let's just go to the next one, and it's saying that. Okay, let me just read out what she said. Right. It was like paraphrased. No, just the way it sounds. So she's a small business woman and she really wants to invest in frozen food business. But going by her current monthly take home, that's the amount she takes home when she sells her business. It will take her like a year to save up and buy a deep freezer because you need that for that type of business, right? So that things will spoil already. You'll be back to ground zero. Now she's asking that, is it financial wisdom to wait and save up? Or is it just better to use buy now pay later? Because she said she had been hearing about buy now pay later. And but then that she had been hearing about buy now pay later, she still also has this perception that if she cannot afford it twice, then she shouldn't buy it once. Because affordability is also a key to the key to what you can afford. So yes, it's in that situation I'm wondering what is better.
So this takes me back to my answer from previous scenario, right? So now this is a money-making venture. Do you want to start a business that you believe is going to bring in money? The first thing to do is, how much is projected for profits that you expected from this frozen fruits business? Weigh that against what the cost is if you do not start that business now. Mind you, the cost of deep freezers in the next 6 months or 1 year is totally beyond half the truth. Anything can happen. And it's most likely going to go up, right? Now, you're doing a frozen food business. It goes beyond just deep freezer. You're talking about power supply, what's it called? Options are really good to you, whether you're going to use solar, whether you're going to upgrade from band C to band A or something. These things are also other possibilities back to it. So these are the kind of things that I would expect this prospective business owner to look into. And then if they are available buy now pay later options, of which there are a lot of them. I know credit directives has like loan cost affordable rates. Take advantage of it already and start your business. The best time to start that business is now. The local would always be in need of frozen food. What if you are waiting for frozen foods business to start in 6 months' time and then the government comes up with policy and says, you know what? No more frozen foods in Nigeria. Then you would have lost all that time that you would have used to make some money for yourself and not just making money, gain the experience in business that you could then use to pivot into selling some other pay. So just start already, pretty girl. If you're listening, start already. Your time is now.
Exactly. Before somebody decides, start about this, you're gonna be like, I don't know. By then, check to that was customer base, just how they try you say the other person's customers. All right, yeah, thank you. So now we have course in passing, right? Auto loans, now score penalty. This is just me realizing that surely the topic of loan is just not just is beyond getting the loan over your mobile device. It's different types of loan for different type of situation that could just alter the lazy your life if you do right here, right? Okay, so try what scenario here is from the ends of the man. And so the man here postpones the life changes education cost because he did not have the money, was quite a lot of money accent and salary produce like cover for it and it wasn't something that was available for his company to pay for, right? So now he has a colleague in the same company. I think they're really friends. And then this colleague actually goes ahead to borrow money from a family member. He even had to pay interest small to the family member. And then he completed the course and then within 3 minutes he got a better report. Now, what's better report? I know that the answer is okay, is already ability, the situation, but this is me just trying to say, what if that particular friend going from a who borrowed from his family or from whatever source did not pay back and ended on paying prison and he had a certificate? What's like, is it just trying to find the balance wise? Because I know the people say, well, why borrowing? And people say, oh, borrow it, it's crime. But this is also just trying to look at the extremes and say, okay, why did I borrow and this is what happens to me? Will you still tell me that I should still borrow? So he what's better in the long run?
So let's double address. I know there's a lot of bias around borrowing, especially in Nigeria, because we're flamboyant people and we always want to uga and act like we have it all covered, right? But the truth is, the Western world in quotes that we constantly try to mirror, their economy is run based on credits. People take student loans, people take loans for almost everything, right? Mortgage and all of that. And then they can live good lives. Now you're talking about somebody whose mind should have better to try, should have gotten better. He should have taken a loan, upgraded his skills, and then of course, hopefully upgraded his info. And then he didn't do that, and then somebody else did. And you mentioned something around what if the friend had not been able to repay and then was present?
Good there. That's a scenario.
First, I don't know any family member that genuinely loves their family member and lends them money and then would imprison them because they defaulted.
There are some families.
They must say the person in the prison, how they're supposed to repay you now?
Yeah. How to look at people like that's shame. By the time I prison and you spend like 3 nights in police station, by the time you come out, you look for the money because if not, I will kill you. They are people, their family members.
So unless the person already have pre-existing history of defaults, then that's when I'm just saying, that's when I assume that the reaction of the borrower would be to, or the lender would be to prison. But like I always tell people, if you have to take a loan from whatever source, have a plan for payments. Have a plan, and not just one plan. Have plan A, plan B. But don't say, I want to take a loan hoping that somebody is going to gift me money. What if the person changes their mind, but they don't give you as much money as you were?
Or I to get the loan because I'll get the loan immediately accumulate the cost.
Do you understand? So what the person could have done or can do is, okay, this is why I'm taking a loan. What's the, at least a slightly realistic timeline in which I will be able to get a job and then start paying? So a person could ask for, a moratorium, say, okay, you know what, I won't take this loan from you. This is my name. Can you give me XYZ amount of time before I start making my repayments? Or can I start making lower installments? And then once I get my job, I can start paying, higher sums. That makes a lot of sense. That's a better way to plan. Now, if the person wants to say, a financial service provider to get a rate. Of course, there are rules in place. They will make sure, first of all, they check things like the person's DTI, that's debt to quick from your show. They are sure that person is not overbodied. And they'll be doing that based off of the person's current salary, not their future salary. So, as far as the person still has that job, they would still be able to repay. And then if they then get a bump in their salary, it's easier for them to just pay off the thing as big debts. Alright.
Issue. So yes, so to that man or to that lady or whoever is delaying upgrading their career or their life because they don't want to borrow or want to avoid borrowing at every cost. You have your answer. Take that cost now and get committed or get to that subject. But measure it. Compare what works for you. I have a payment plan that's even measure it. So you just go around drawing money and just be drawing money over it. Make sure you have a repayment plan in mind so that for me it'll be increased. Because crazy is all. Yes. Alright. So for the next one, as someone say, oh, I'm there. Anyway, this particular one. So there's this word called home. Was my white. You were in the blind, should be, pull ass. Anyway, they're ready to get married. You done everything. They have no what's that they called genotype compatibility. Everything check. The only problem is that there's no more. There's no money. They're ready for this marriage thing, this marriage business, because I if it's together for like 7 years. Anything, and family, everybody knows one another, right? And but there's no one for waiting. Even not even weird, I'll tell you just waiting. You don't have me getting married yet. So yeah. They don't have money for the marriage. They have money in the world, they don't have money for the marriage, and they don't have money for the kind of way that right? So they've been delaying this way. The lady herself isn't getting sad that she is it home and meditating. They've been delayed and because they said they want to save up first and invite all their own necessities at once. Right. Is this delay truly worth it? Is it truly worth it? Because say better late and they should go and early and late. And that's their slogan relationship, and better for them to be late and down debt than to be early and to still be in debt. So what do you have to say to this couple?
So it's better late, but it's better to pause your life when I ask because you don't.
Wait.
Number one, I tell people it's not do or die affair. Weddings, marriage, they're two different things. And the wedding ceremony is quite different from marriage itself. I mean, we dated itself for 7 whole years. That's enough time for them to have started having their kids. That's enough time for them to have started achieving goals as a couple, whether financial needs, career goals. Yes. But so what would I even take for?
Okay.
So if it's, I tell people all the time, if you ask me for wedding, I mean, I love weddings. I'll be there. I will eat rice. But you not come and knock on my door and tell me that person did wedding. You're owing somebody money. Yeah, you're on your own. Just cut your coats according to your wants. Fabric. Cut it according to your fabric, not even according to your size. So because you might be on the big size and then your fabric might not be able to do what that crop top. So just make that crop top a piece and move on. Right? And that's what this couple should do. If their families are in support, they should ask for help from family members. And they should be open to starting together small. They don't have to start big. Exactly. Because they currently have roofs over their heads, even though they were not living together as a couple. So they should look for the main things. What are the main things that humans need to survive? Food, clothing, shelter.
And I'm sure they already have clothes.
You already have clothes. So you don't need to say because I just got married, I'm not racist. I was changed by wardrobe music. Oh, I can't do my honeymoon now. Can't afford the honeymoon now. But it's fine. There will always be opportunities for these things as far as life exists.
I mean, they have their full life.
Like that lives. I mean, you're putting your whole life on hold. Just because you're saying you don't want to. I'm not even asking them to borrow money to do a wedding ceremony. But what exactly is marriage? What exactly is the goal for them when it comes to marriage? Are they even thinking as a couple when it comes to future goals? What are they planning to do with themselves? In one place it's saying, oh, you know what, once we get married, they're going to be able to go back to school, or oh, once we get married, plans to relocate. What exactly is the plan? And this thing used to be such a big deal, but I think 2020, COVID year really changed that for a lot of people. Because I saw people get married during COVID and they're living great now. Some of them might be just waiting at their holidays because they couldn't travel there. But they had like really quiet ceremonies, really intimate ceremonies. And what really matters is that the marriage itself is blossoming and there's love and there's peace in heart. So please, you should sit down and strategize and go ahead to get the blessings of their parents and live as my wife.
Look, I still feel like those people that got married when we were like the Yoshis, because you're still to be like, police will catch us if then this actually. So many of them just went to the courts, took their wife or their husband home as case maybe, and then not
Virtual court proceedings, so virtual.
I Zoom wedding. I can Zoom wedding.
Yeah, I attended Zoom weddings.
So I know we don't know friends.
And everybody is fine. They have kids now. They are doing well now. They are comfortable now. In the beginning, they weren't also comfortable financially. But now they are. It's time they need to make Piazza better for itself. So this couple should, I think they need to go inside
and see what exactly is stopping them on meeting road. Because I got to start small. I mean, think big. And then don't lose sight or to go. But if it's just start to work, just start to. I'm just in spots naturally. Start already. My dear couple, please do your wedding. Go to court. You don't have to do them a million kind of request. Anyway, still doing you anyway. So like, because they like to say that people that import advice are those relationships.
They used to certify to.
So that's why they close the way. They should do what works for them. Anyway, it's been a very fantastic time too. And thanks for sharing all these jackets, right? Anyway, that's last thing. This one was not summary for it. It is taken that I just need to be discussed. Because it's what we do think should be the case. Someone represented he said that it's prudent to wait, it's prudent to cut your quote according to your side, not having people and idea have to go. Or there's this statement around the classification. I read the classification brings you, is it joy now, or it just stops you in the long run? Or they say the difficult of gratification builds character because you're able to be patient, but you're able to like not be satisfied with what you have. So can we just talk about big application? Does it truly build character, or is just an avenue for you to don't delay your life?
So I think it has to be a balance. So delayed gratification, yes, it's to help one build character. It could help you become more disciplined. But you need to strike a balance between delayed gratification and self-sabotage.
Yes.
Because a lot of times some people say, oh, it's delayed gratification. I don't want to do this thing now. I don't have enough money to go to Zanzibar. But your money can take you to IITA. You're getting older. Tomorrow is not promised. Right? So you could also enjoy life and then live a rich life. Like the quality of your life should not be harmed because of the big gratification. So for me, if you're saying you're practicing the real gratification and it's getting in the way of you achieving certain life goals or meeting certain milestones, then you need to take a step back and ask yourself if it's actually building calendar or if it's just self-sabotage. So that there has to be that balance.
Balance too. I also agree with you that there should be a balance because gratification is good, but if you measure it with what you would have lost, it's no longer gratification, it's sabotage, as you already said it. Alright, I think we need to be more minimal things, especially that DA culture is a thing and it shouldn't always be a thing. It's about you knowing if the days is taking more from me than it should, or it is the best time. Because I mean, there are times that actually it's best to get it because image gratification sometimes helps you to take stock of things and know that, oh, because I did not take this decision immediately, I was able to save. Side or save money and tie keys. Sure. Right. So yeah, I think it's about balance really, and we even get to see that in every single thing, especially finance. Anyway, so I think it's been a very fantastic time. I am the next time I call on you sponsor our podcast. To come gladly.
I'll come with all the joy in your heart.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, it was a matter.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for watching. See you the next time we come your way. Bye.